10, as a matter of fact, between Lombard and Chicago campuses. This is definitely the place to come. It's going to prepare you for absolutely everything that you need to know about the broadcast industry. We're talking radio, television, web, podcasting, absolutely everything. Get in touch with the school and take advantage of it. Make it your career. Do it now. I'm Rob Rose, nights on 100.3 WSHE in Chicago, and I am IMS.
What's up? You are now live with Talk of the Shy here on Windy City Underground, sponsored by Mama Red Broadcasting, Spreaker, and Spotify. Keep it locked here on Windy City Underground.
All right, and welcome in here on Talk of the Shy. Happy Thursday, everybody. I'm your host, Quan the Don. As always, we are back. We are powered by iHeart, Spotify, and Spreaker, and partnered with Mama Red Broadcasting. Y'all already know what it is. I'm going to let y'all introduce y'allself as well. I'm sorry, I'm over here messing up everything. I don't know what I'm doing.
You got Chiquita in the building.
All right.
And then you got Donovan. I'm in the building, man.
Donovan in the building. And we got them sitting in with us today here on Talk of the Shy. And it don't matter. Y'all know how we do it as always. We're going to have an amazing show for y'all. But I'm going to get to a quick track. Y'all know how we always do here on Talk of the Shy. I'm going to get to this $6.9 flow, man. So y'all make sure y'all keep it locked with us right here.
You already know who this is. But for the ones who don't, it's my boy Dollar. My boy City. SMG, huh?
Whole lot of stack money games. I'm finna hit y'all with that 6ix9ine flow. I know y'all niggas tired of waiting, so it's time to pop out. They like Dollar, where you been? I've been getting guap now. When they see you run it up, niggas trying to plot now. Blow a op down, young niggas love the gang bang, yeah they gang bang, SMG, that's the gang, stack money, gang gang. If you ain't Mikey gang, you would like the Stang gang. And if you try my gang, I'm a bang bang. I be posted up on any block and I get plenty guap. I'ma get it, boy. I don't merely rock or diddy pop. Illinois, that's Iraq, where we got the city hot. Youngest toting plenty Glocks and they gon' let off plenty shots at the bar, nigga. Put a round on your head like a bar mitzvah. Hustle man, 9 to 5 and flip cars, nigga. I put that 223 to work. It's a car, flip on motives in a car dealer, gymnastic. Watch how these bars get flipped. You ain't never been to prison. They see bars like this, like a phone fully charged, nigga. Every bar lit, like a New Year's Eve party, nigga. Every bar lit. I ain't fucking with my old hoes. I got a new bitch. I should call the plumber though. All I fucking do is drip. Just that diarrhea flow. Niggas know I run shit. Garbage man with the can on your block. I dump shit. Guap gang, double G. I'ma go get her. Lick it sweet like I really won't blow, nigga. I get messy over the bread. Sloppy Joe, nigga. Bring them hot rounds to your dough. Dominoes, nigga. Ho, nigga. Need that money on delay. I'm talking on delay. Always get reset. Nigga ain't got time to play. You gon' slide, pussy nigga, then slide in. Let me see you fucking slide like some hockey skates. Here I'm talking guap boy that. SMG this. Remember as a juvenile on my hot boy shit. They asking why your name Dollar. Tell them think like this. It's guap boy Dollar. Cause I've been 106. A youngin' when I started getting cash. Flexing on their head. Walmart security. Yeah, I check a major bag. Hot Cheetos in the clip. I'm about to flame his ass. Red beam on his back. Nigga, this ain't laser tag. Young nigga keep it sticky, keep it blicky, smoke a nigga like a ciggy, flame the piffy, man, I love the way that K shine, I'ma zip him up, warrior Shalinda stomp, keep an eye like Iggy, young niggas on that op shit, they gon' pop shit, janitor with the mop sticks, they gon' drop shit, hit a nigga with some hot shit, couple chopsticks, you know how I'm rockin', SMG on top, bitch, gang, gang, double G, I'ma go get her, you know how I'm rockin', SMG on top, bitch, guap gang, double G, I'ma go get her, you know how I'm rockin', SMG on top, bitch, guap gang, double G, I'ma go get her, you know how I'm rockin', SMG on top, bitch, guap gang, double G, I'ma go get her, you know how I'm rockin', SMG on top, bitch, guap gang, double G, I'ma go get her, guap gang, double G, I'ma go get her.
And welcome back to Talk of the Shy here on WindyCityUnderground.com, partnered with Mama Red Broadcasting. I'm your boy Quan Dunn. I'm back. Y'all know what time it is, man. I ain't got to say no more. I'm going to just let y'all.
Guess what time it is? You should already know it's Quan's question of the day.
You dig. Y'all already know what it is. So today on Talk of the Shy, my question of the day is going to be generated to the ladies. Last Monday was for the gentlemen. Today it's going to be for the ladies. So I want to know, what's the difference between a man expressing his feelings and being in his feelings? Okay? What's the difference between a man expressing his feelings and being in his feelings? I want to know, do you ladies know the answer to that question? And some of you men, you can give your feedback as well on some of y'all personal experience when it comes to dealing with those things as well. You got some input on that?
You already know I do. You know I'm stay ready.
You know what I'm saying?
The difference, there's a major difference in being in your feelings and what you say? Expressing
his feelings and
expressing
being in
your
his
feelings mean you're telling me kind things of endurement. You're making sure I get it. When you're in your feelings, you're attacking. And opposed to coming saying, you know what, this makes me feel like this. But when you're in your feelings, you're kind of like jaying down on a person.
Okay.
So that's the big difference. Deliverance. It's all about how you deliver it. You get what I'm saying? And then like whining, your tone. It's kind of like music. The tone sets the scenery.
Okay. What about you? You got any personal experience with that? As far as when you express yourself to a woman and she probably told you, you in your feelings. Get out your feelings.
Yeah, that's that's one of the favorite things. I feel like a lot of, I ain't gonna say, I say like people around my age, the younger generation females, be quick to say like you in your feelings as soon as you say something. But like when the roles reversed and they trying to express how they feel or a certain way about how they feel to you. Then if you say that, then they say, "Oh, you don't care," or this is why we in the predicament we in now, type things. But I think the difference is, back to the question, is I think for expressing your feelings is that's really just like opening up, telling how you really feel, whatever you have bottled up or inside that you haven't talked about to your girl or whoever, your significant other. I think that's really what it comes from, expressing how you really feel about what's been going on, whatever you've been going through. Your own struggles that nobody know about, stuff that you haven't even opened up to your own family about. And then in your feelings, I think the difference between that is, like you said, like deliverance, how you come off, and just being in your feelings. I think that's only thing I really label being in your feelings is like, okay, like say if your girl or somebody like come to you and tell you about an idea or how they feel about how y'all relationship been going, and then if it's not good feedback, you just automatically snap or take it the wrong way, or
then you in your feelings.
Then you in your feelings, then you in your feelings instead of wanting to
because you're either whining or you're being real aggressive.
Right.
So
one of the two. But as we all know, the big story of this week has been the verdict has been came down on Bill Cosby. He was found guilty of sexual assault charges and was sentenced to 3 to 10 years in state prison at the age of 81 years old. It's really crazy. Yeah.
What makes it crazy? Because he's
hold
81.
on, wait a minute. Let me get to where I'm going with it. You feel me?
Yeah.
Cause he is. He's 81 years old. There's a statute of limitation, but outside of that, I mean, we could go so many ways and so many things with this. But the main thing that I just want to touch on, the whole case kind of blew open in 2014 when Hannibal Buress said on his stand-up that he called Bill Cosby a rapist on the stand-up. And kind of from that, it opened the floodgates to the Me Too movement, the Me Too effect. Yep. And it kind of just took from there. But we also had other prominent people like Faison Love and Jill Scott speak out and say that, the industry was trying to blackball Bill Cosby. Even Felicia Rashad, that was on the show with him, said that somebody is trying to keep Bill Cosby out of the industry because, unbeknownst to a lot of people, Bill Cosby tried to buy NBC around the same time. Right. So, we never know whether it's that conspiracy theory part or if these things really happened. You know what I mean? But my whole thing with this is, if it really happened, why did it take 60 years for you to come out about it? What made you so, this happened to me all of a sudden? If you've been new all this time, like I know if something happened to me, I wouldn't hold that on my heart that long. I would have been said something. even if it was to a family member or to somebody else, I wouldn't have necessarily. I'm not saying they could have made a police report, but somebody would have known.
Right.
It wouldn't have been a secret, and that's the only thing that I'm thinking why it's a little bit of conspiracy behind it. But outside of that, we have stuff like the lady that came out and said that Emmett Till really didn't whistle at her. There was no charges formed against her. There was nothing done for her. Right. So it's just like that kind of lines time what it is. And then it's kind of like, we have white people that's, committed the same crimes, on trial for the same crimes, but publicly and media-wise, they're not portrayed in that same view or looked at in that same view, even in that same instant. So, outside of that, my question that I really want to ask is, do men of power feel like they more entitled? Like, okay, because what I'm really hearing from the women is this happens a lot. This happens very often.
It is.
And my thing is, do men in power feel like they're entitled to doing certain things to women without consequence? Or, do some of these women willingly go, and then when the things that are promised to them aren't given, these accusations come up?
I think it's a little bit of all that.
Yeah.
All that plays a part in it.
Indeed.
But you have to step into the woman's shoes, though. When you have women that has been sexually violated, it's kind of like when a mother or a parent loses a child. And people always say, I know how you feel. And their response is, no, you don't know how I feel.
Right.
That's true. That's true, though.
Personal
That's true.
Experience. It's hard to come out and explain that you've been sexually violated, especially by someone that you trusted. When I was younger, my first love's brother violated me with an obituary of his brother over his bed.
Wow.
Until like 3 years ago, I never spoke up on it. You want to know why? Because I knew the person. I know the things that he was capable of. So until you in them shoes, now you got these women that's trying to build a career.
Indeed.
And most men, even to women when they coming into the industry, what do you think they do? They try to be really, really nice. They try to look really, really nice all the part. And these men gonna come to them and approach them, and they're gonna promise them this and that. So they go along with it. But back in them days, Spanish Fly was the date rape drug. And it was known to be done. A lot of women don't be sure. Like when you're violated off of something like that, sometimes you just have speculation.
Right.
You wake up and you feel a certain type of way, and then you like, what did I? But then when you think about the person you was with, no, he wouldn't have. Right. But then when you got these people that's coming forward saying, oh yeah, he did this, it's like, oh well, you know what? It makes sense. So I don't want to be the whistleblower because I don't want to ruin my career or my chances of having a career. But
basically saying like I don't want to just step up and say it on my own.
But then when somebody do come, me too. It's like remember the okie doke. It's okie doke for me. Me too.
For me, it's one of those things where I feel like you should say something regardless of the situation. It's kind of like it comes back to that thing like the war on gun violence that we having. So many people talk about how they don't like gun violence and they ready for these kids to stop dying and all this. But when somebody gets shot, don't nobody say nothing.
Right.
When something happens, nobody say nothing.
That's very
so
true.
How are
That's
we
a
wanting
fact.
to put a stop to something, but yet we not even willing to put in the work to put that real stop into doing it? Right. So it's like, I just watched an interview today where a young man was shot, and we had black people yelling at him like, why you talking to them? Why you on camera talking to them? Why you telling them? You think they really care? But at the end of the day, if he knew who did that and if that was your cousin, you know what I'm saying? It don't always have to come to retaliation. Right. And I think that somewhere you got to put a stop to it. And you got to speak up and you got to say something. And when you don't, that's when it still continues to happen. Right. So it's like you got a wound that needs stitches, but we keep putting Band-Aids and tissue with tape on it. Right. And it's not going to fix that.
Temporary solution.
And then when it's infected, now we like, oh, well, how'd that get like that? Right. Now we want to do something about it now that it's infected. Yeah. But you could have been prevented this. So it comes back to one of those things like that for me. You know what I mean? But
so do you think the Me Too movement is opening them doors? So this,
you know what? I
won't happen
agree
in the
with
industry so
the
much?
Me Too movement because it's still putting light on that. A lot of things happen in the entertainment world and the entertainment industry that's kept in the dark, and we just gonna be real about it.
But
a lot of
let's just
people's
be
heard of the
real.
director's couch and all of those type of things and things that people have to do for roles and all type of other
Harvey
things.
Weinstein's a perfect example.
But yeah,
But it's
definitely
happening
is.
in our Catholic churches.
I was gonna bring that
It's
up.
happening in the
Hold off
schools.
on that though. We gonna bring. I was gonna touch on that when we got back, but y'all know we got to take a quick break, real quick. We got to pay the bills. But before we do, man, we're gonna get into this hashtag by my boy L Hitler. So keep it locked with us right here on Talk of the Shy.
RJ, you a fool for this one. Real shit. Go ahead, love. Groovy gang, fuck nigga, hashtag. Oh, that's why I'ma stop right there. Hashtag. I ain't even gotta say no more. Groovy gang, fuck nigga. Look. Hashtag, nigga, come outside. We ain't ducking shit. 2, 2, 3, 6, 9, your little sister, brother. Hashtag, my delivery, manufacturing. Nigga, get no fuck. He'll spoil your family gathering. Hashtag, nigga, hashtag, nigga. Bunch of bad hoes follow me. Bandwagon, nigga. Hashtag, nigga, nigga. Screaming, he don't want no smoke. They fly, nigga. Get it crib. Mortgage bill going through the roof. I ain't got no time for cuffing, cause I know that hoe salute. Put a hole in his ass. Now his name Fruity Loop. I just got a check. Oh my God, whoop-de-doo. Thanks to the check, I can buy a whoop-de-coo with some holes in it out the roof. Screaming hootie-hoo. Hashtag, I got niggas screaming, that's a groovy dude. They gon' smoke and reefer then, I am in the groovy mood. Hashtag, I just got him scared, see it in his face. Scope up on that rifle, I can knock you out 10 blocks away. Hashtag, free my homie Smoke, cause he smoked the J. I'm a tall T, eating good, T-bone steak. Roll up, nigga burn one, 0 tolerance. And I got some shit that'll flip a hippopotamus. Hashtag, I don't tweet shit while they following. If a nigga wanna know shit, I'ma tell him this. Hashtag, nigga come outside, we ain't ducking shit. 2, 2, 3, 6, 9, your little sister, brother. Hashtag, my delivery, manufacturing. Nigga, get no fuck, he'll spoil your family gathering. Hashtag, nigga, nigga. Bunch of bad hoes follow me. Bandwagon, nigga. Hashtag, nigga. Got it screaming, he don't want no smoke. Throw the flag, nigga. Run shit like a rally or a Democrat. I got homicide stories, don't wanna get into that. Sad is for selling powder, bitch Similac. Hashtag Instagram smoking on that Instapack. Paint the whole block red, damn I love coloring. Hashtag bitch, call me Hitler the Republican. I ain't got a high count to fuck Jasmine Sullivan. Small the potatoes, my potato smothering. J-Rock with some freak hoes, feeling nosy. Calling me a bitch, then you might as well smoke me. Move you out the field if you holy. If I die, bro, don't bury me unless the whole deep. Hashtag, I just found out you smoking dead dog. I just popped the flat, now I'm rolling like a hedgehog. Sonic, fuck around and vomit. Hitler on the bomb, just like atomic. Ain't that ironic? Really ironic? Believe when I tell you I blow like a trumpet. Hashtag convict, throw me a concert, and I'm a convict, and this is a Converse, nigga. Hashtag, nigga, come outside, we ain't ducking shit. 2, 2, 3, 6, 9, your little sister, brother. Hashtag, my delivery, manufacturing. He don't get no fuck, he'll spoil your family gathering. Hashtag, nigga, nigga. Bunch of bad hoes follow me. Bandwagon, nigga. Hashtag, nigga. Got him screaming, he don't want no smoke. Throw the flag, nigga. Get him. Meaning the hashtag. Fuck, nigga.
Hey, what you doing, man? Where you going? Make sure you keep it locked right here with us on Talk of the Shy here on WindyCityUnderground.com. Sponsored by iHeart, Spreaker, and Spotify. Keep it locked right here.
Lately I can't believe everything. Say you the one, but love don't look like this in my dreams. I've been up for like 4 nights, I can't get no sleep. This no game, this ain't Fortnite, no you get no play. I know you love when I pull up on you anyway. I show no love into the others, they just in a way. going on. I ain't got too much hope to be holding on. Money on the line, on my mind, all on me. Never let it go low. Money, you know you owe money, you dodging me. I can't really trust you. How could I love you and give you all of me? Since you wanna snore on me when I glow up, don't be calling me. Cause I'ma be slow. Riding. I've been accumulating dollars. Piling money. Don't care about it. Have mercy. I've been wildin'. Mercy on me. Lately I can't tell you everything. You can't hold water, you might go and spill everything. I swear it's a mood every day that I move how I want to every day. I'm riding easy, tints on the windows. You can't see me, knife to your throat like I'm CD. Kill you before I let you beat me. You won't leave me, real that you need me. So hungry for me, you can eat me. Wrapped around your fork like linguine. You don't want it if it's easy, and I don't want it if it's sneaking, and I don't want it if they can have it. And if they got it, they can keep it. I got too much soul for what's going on. Ain't got too much hope to be holding on. Money on the line, on my mind, all of me. Never let it go low. Money, you know you owe money, you dodging me. I can't really trust you. How could I love you and give you all of me? Since you wanna snore on me when I glow up, don't be calling me. I'ma be slow riding. I've been accumulating dollars. Piling money. Don't care about it. Have mercy. I've been wildin'. Mercy on me.
Hey, and welcome back to Talk of the Shy here on WindyCityUnderground.com. I'm your host, Quan the Don. Y'all already know we is back in the building for another one. And before we left to go on that quick commercial break, you know, we played that L Hitler hashtag. Then the last artist you just heard was Mercy. But September 29th at Studio 25 in Denver, Illinois, L Hitler will be performing live. So if y'all can make it out to that, that's going to be a dope show. It's this Saturday. He also going to be in Urbana the same day, listening for artists to open up for him on tour. So for anybody that's in the area, you know what I'm saying, he giving everybody 15 minutes to come with their best material, and the ones that he keep, he gonna take them on tour with them. So that's gonna be a big opportunity. If y'all in the area, make sure y'all go out there and try to get heard, so y'all might get an opportunity to change your life. You never know, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, y'all know I always touch back on my question of the day when we come back. For those that's just not tuning in, my question of the day today was, what's the difference between a man expressing his feelings and being in his feelings? Okay, what's the difference between a man expressing his feelings and being in his feelings? All right, so y'all can feel free to give us y'all feedback on that as well. But outside of that, we was talking about the Bill Cosby story and everything that was been going down with that. As we all know, the verdict has been came down on him that he's guilty. He's been sentenced to 3 to 10 years in state prison. And man, that's just a tough one for him, man. At 81 years old, the man might die in prison. I hope that that's not what happens.
Why do everybody keep saying he might
because
die?
prison,
He might live to be 100.
listen, prison is tough. That's number one.
Okay, but
now
do you
he's
know
used to a certain
to a brand new prison.
Brand new don't matter. It's prison.
It's brand new.
It's prison.
It's not.
Now we're not talking about county jail. We're not talking about county jail.
Like it's only 3,000 beds at the penitentiary that he's going to.
So it don't matter. That don't mean the guards might not whoop him up or beat him.
Yeah, and he legally blind.
He's Bill Cosby.
So?
They're not gonna do anything to him.
Just because he Bill don't
He's
look.
in the spotlight. They're not trying to lose their job.
Right,
over
he in
Bill.
a spotlight now, but when you get behind them bars, who you are don't matter. That's a whole different world. That's a whole different realm. Your status on the outside world, it matters to a certain extent.
Is Suge Knight getting beat up in the penitentiary?
I'ma say
Is
this.
The guards
Them
beating
two,
him?
I'm gonna say this. That's two totally different. Suge Knight from the street. You can't.
You're not beating up on
You
Suge
talking
Knight.
banana apple? You
Right.
on two total different places.
not
You
beating
feel
up-
me?
you not-
Hey, Suge took some people with him to
Yeah.
jail. Like, you did this too. Come on with me. You gonna protect? We on cell block
Yeah.
D. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Okay, well,
They
we
know
had,
better.
We
My
still
boy.
had OJ up in there. Did they beat him?
That's because OJ was a legend at that time, though. You feel me? Bill
He
Cosby.
wasn't a legend the last
No,
time
this
he
is this
went.
is what I'm saying. Bill, I mean, he went to jail for murder. Well, he didn't go to jail for murder. My bad. He went to jail for stealing his own stuff. Okay, that's what OJ went in for. Bill Cosby is going to jail for sexual assault. We know what happens to rapists and that type of thing in jail. This is a different system.
But
This is a different.
No matter
But
how
you
old
got-
you are,
no matter how
what
you
your
But-
name
but-
is.
You might not want to
but-
look, and then listen.
Okay, but y'all have to be realistic with yourselves, though. When you have money and you go to the penitentiary, you pretty much have your own wing. You're not put
Yeah.
in general
Yeah, I know.
population.
Yeah,
I
with
know.
all those
We know he
people.
going to the
So
rich
he gonna
jail.
have all
Yeah.
these guards,
I did-
and
yeah.
it's a brand new jail.
Yeah, he gonna have a
about
couch.
water bed
He
up
gonna
in
have a
that
couch.
mug, you know
He
what
gonna
I
have a
mean?
couch in a king size bed.
I'm
What I'm
sure
saying,
it's gonna be
you know what I'm saying?
caviar and crap.
Listen,
you know?
somebody don't care who Bill Cosby is. All they gonna say is rapist, and they might whoop him, punch him in the ribs a couple times. That might be enough to kill him. He 81, man.
He old, and he got a lot of
He could
lot
trip
of
and
health
fall.
problems.
He could trip and fall, chained up and
Well,
die.
I'm just
I
gonna
seen a
have
report that he
faith
supposedly fell
that
and somebody threw
Bill's
like a
coming
stale
home.
piece of bread at him. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm serious. I seen that report, man. So
He
I don't.
said a stale
I don't-
piece of
somebody
bread.
threw a piece of
Hey.
That's what I see. I don't know if it's true. Don't quote me on it. And TMZ didn't report it, but I don't know. That's what I heard. But I did see something else that said he's getting royal treatment. So you just never know. It's different. When
Nah,
it's coming out.
I'm just. It's all fun and game, trying to make light of the situation.
Right.
At the end of the day, we know he's not going to real jail. We know that he. You know, I'm just saying that with
gonna
being
be out on
with
house
being
arrest.
81 years old, I'm not saying that he's gonna immediately just crack and die or anything like that.
Right.
But basically, you know, that's a old age to kind of be in jail and following those rules and kind of, you know, even though he's still in jail, he's not gonna get no gourmet meal. They're not
No.
gonna be bringing him no McDonald's.
No,
You know what
no
I mean?
steak.
When you need those pills and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you never know. He might get that royal treatment in there, or he might not. You know what I'm saying? It's a chance that he just may not. And
It just depends, and it depends on Pennsylvania. I don't know. I don't know how they justice system is as far as like.
he's not going there for rehabilitation.
Right, exactly.
That's
And-
basically
and-
what
and-
I'm
and
saying.
with
He
the-
gonna
with
be
the-
there
with the-
3 months.
But you got to think about the large amount of women that came forward, and he already black, successful, old. They know he got disabilities. They know it just depends on how they feel, because I think it's a real divided situation. Some people feel some people feel like he should be in there.
He's in a
Some people-
racist
think
state,
so,
like
bro?
Pennsylvania
Right,
is
right.
a very
That's
racist
exactly what I was
state.
saying.
Yes,
You
it
know, you
is.
got the Ku Klux
Racist.
Klan
Yeah.
in Pennsylvania.
They racist. They
So I-
prejudiced.
Yeah,
So-
hey, we got the viewers agreeing with you.
Yeah.
They saying that he gonna be treated like a king in jail. That's $100 million man. He
Yeah.
ain't gonna miss
Yeah.
nothing.
And look, at the end of the day, they probably thinking like y'all thinking. He gonna die soon, so let me be an ally. He might put me in his will if I just be real good. You
Yeah.
know, you never
Hey,
know.
you never know.
People have
You don't never know.
hidden agendas. All
But
the time.
but outside of that, we wanted to discuss on some of these things that's going on. As far as these stories with these priests that we've been hearing, as far as this pedophilia and those things along that nature. And over the break, we were talking, and you made a great point that I want to touch out, which was back in the day, people were getting married at 9, 10, along
14.
those ages, and it wasn't,
having babies
and
as
was
well,
having babies.
You know, and
Literally
it was-
back
it
then,
was
and it was okay. It was considered okay, and it was considered the norm. Even in some countries to this day, they still
still the
have
norm.
that culture where they go on, where they marry very, very young, and they have that like that. But because our government has said that they put a title on it.
All these laws.
Yeah, and there's
in the
laws.
Constitution.
Yeah, and all of these different things. So.
Let's just be honest. The same government that govern us is the same government that contradicts us.
Indeed,
That's
indeed,
right.
just like that, in that order. But my whole thing is they don't never scrutinize the white people when they do it. You know, when the white people commit these crimes, you know, they going to Supreme Court and we going to jail.
Yep. You hear about it one time and that's it.
That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? You see it on the news one time and it's over with. But, you know, Bill Cosby's face has been planted on everything, on the cover of everything, on the face of everything, you know, and I just don't like the fact how they trying to tarnish that man like that.
But y'all got to think. Bill Cosby is a household brand name.
Indeed.
All these other people, we know of them.
Right.
But they're not as big
Indeed.
as Bill
Indeed.
Cosby.
Indeed.
So, let's be honest. If you really want to blame somebody for scrutinizing them, blame the media.
Yeah.
Because the paparazzi is the one that's plastering him and opposed to these other people all over everywhere.
These huge
so
media
let's
outlets,
just be honest, you know?
Yeah, I guess that's true
We
too.
can thank them for getting everybody to sway their way, you know? Yeah, he deserves this. He deserves this. No. In the same breath that they were plastering the bad that he's done, I didn't see you plastering
nothing
the good
good, no.
that he's done. Because he's done a lot for the community.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I
gives back.
saw Bill Cosby speak in high school, and like that was a great
he
experience
gives
for me.
back.
So you know that was one of the things I thought about when all this stuff came out. I was just like, man, dude was really not really. You know, it's one of them things where you don't want to look at that person in that light, but
Right.
you have to be realistic and honest with yourself because anybody is capable of anything. And I'm gonna give you a perfect example.
I don't think
I-
he had ill intentions.
I bust my neighbor's window when I was a shorty, right? I'm gonna keep it 100, right? My neighbor's son came out and threw a rock at me and ran back in the house and was laughing at me through the window. And I threw a rock back and bust his window and ran into the house and put on my pajamas like I was asleep. And, you know, the neighbors came over knocking at the door. And my mama go answer the door, and I come up in my PJs like, Mom, it wasn't me. I've been asleep the whole time. And she just like, it wasn't my baby. My baby been sleeping. She vouched for me and everything, and I knew I bust them people window.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's one of those
Yeah.
things where it's kind of just
You
like
gonna
that,
ride
where it's
for
like,
what's yours.
yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like, you know, I was super guilty, but everybody was like, he didn't do that.
Right.
He's not even that type of
Right.
kid. He not- you know what I
See?
mean? So it's like, I hate to look at Bill like that, but you know.
Yeah. And then another
But
thing,
they probably-
before this happened, I mean, because before this happened, what have you ever heard bad about Bill Cosby? Before all this came out of
And that's the
nowhere,
whole thing,
you've
like-
never heard nothing bad about Bill Cosby. You never heard no reports of him.
Because it's Bill. He
Yeah,
had the
that's-
Jello pudding.
But right. though, too, it was the times. Everybody was doing that back then.
Yeah. That's my
so
whole
he
point.
had no malicious intent.
Right.
And then women, especially like we talked about it on the last show. The one chick, that said, I took a sip and I was feeling woozy, and then I took another sip and I was feeling woozy.
You know, like, they know what they doing.
You know you're taking something
Right.
that's incapacitating your
Yeah.
body,
Yeah.
but you still willingly take it, and you still willingly either stay or leave with this guy. You knew,
and
what
they
was-
still willingly
you
had
knew
sex
what
with
was
him too,
happening at the end
because
of
you
it.
know that he
You
wasn't
get what
just
I'm saying?
he wasn't
It's-
just dropping nothing in the drink and not doing that.
But
That's what I'm saying.
another thing,
Bill Cosby didn't
it
even.
goes
This
hand
is
in
my
hand.
thing. This is the only, not to cut you off, but this what makes it weird and awkward for me. This is Bill Cosby. In my mind, you don't have to do none of that to get no coochie from none of these
No.
women. You are Bill Cosby.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's
so
it.
He's
that's
thinking it's consensual.
Right.
And age didn't matter. You see the 17-year-old say, I was only 17. We got to think about his mindset back in the 80s. When was he born? Where does he come from? It was okay then.
Yeah, I
you
was just
know?
gonna say that too. It's like as well as right now. Even
true.
when I was in high school, you know what I'm saying? I used to see them guys coming and picking up the girls from school. These were older men. We didn't have no cars.
Yeah.
So who coming to pick you up in a car
Right.
and drive off with you? So like it's like we try to act like this is something, oh my gosh.
Right.
We're like, nah, this has kind of been the norm.
This is not
Like,
outlandish. It's
this-
just a huge name.
Right. And I think that now that, you know, we're talking about it, it's just one of those things that's just not, it's unspoken.
Right.
You know what I mean? We know that it happens, but it's one of those things that's just
that was
unspoken
swept
of.
up under the
Yeah.
rug.
Yeah, it's just swept under the rug and-
until something
Happen.
big happens,
Yep.
then we want to bring it back
Yeah.
from up under the rug, you know.
Yep.
But these are the days and the times, baby. We are truly
Yeah.
being tested as a nation.
Yeah.
Yes, we truly are, especially as a people. You know what I'm saying? It's right now, we really, really need to work together. Who your cousin? Who you saying, hey, cuz, this your cousin?
Who was my cousin? Yeah, that's my cousin.
Hey, cuz. Hey, cuz. What's up, cuz? Hey. But nah, yeah, in today's time, like, it's just a lot going on, especially with social media being as big as it is and as prominent as it is. You know, y'all done had that back in the day. You know, it was, if you want to get in contact with somebody, you know, you got to call their house phone. And they mama answer.
Or
you,
pager.
You know what I'm saying? No, that's a little further on. You know, you call a house phone, you got to, hey, Miss such and such, how you doing?
Right. And then can you talk to them? Right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So now we done went from straight there to straight texting and, you know, Instagram, Facebook. It's a straight, you know.
Everything is a fast
we can put it out really fast now instead of it being just, you know what I mean? So some of that stuff is just coming out a lot, I think, because of the way media has evolved over the years. But I think now is the most perfect time to start having these conversations and engaging these conversations and coming to a solution, because we always talk about the problem, but we never talk about the solution. Right. And one of the big problems why I feel like that is because you might feel one way, I might feel one way, you may feel one way, he may feel one way, the next person may feel one way. So we never come to a solution. We always just figure out, well, this the problem, or maybe that's the problem, or maybe it was this.
Too busy pointing fingers.
Yes.
Pointing fingers is the most easiest
thing to do. It is. It definitely is.
You know?
I guess they figure, you know, we gonna hang him.
Long
and
as I
that's
ain't a part of the blame.
Right.
Long as I ain't the blame, it doesn't matter. You know.
Right.
I care. Well, I semi-care.
Well, for me, it's one of them things. If we don't say nothing, you still part of the blame. You part of the problem.
You're part of the problem.
You're part of the problem. You're not trying to really fix the solution.
If you're not a part of the solution,
I was just about to say that.
You know?
If you're not trying to contribute, then you still part of the problem.
That's all bad. I still ain't had nobody give me no feedback on what's the difference between a man being in his feelings and expressing his feelings. You know what I mean? So if I could get some feedback from the
crybabyism.
Here we go.
You get the whining. You know, some men just really wear their feelings on their sleeve. And I'm quick to tell you, baby, take your feelings up off your sleeve. It was a joke. It's called sarcasm.
Right.
You know?
No, I think y'all be serious when y'all say, get out your feelings.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
exactly how they say it, too.
That's really how they, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now, if, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, we have so many.
Or do they say, man up?
Nah, we don't hear that no more.
Nah,
we don't hear that no more.
Nah.
That's one of them. Oh, like now, you know, they got to evolve everything.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
everything changes.
That was one of the old, like when I was a little younger.
I am kind of old.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They was man up. That's
right.
I'm used to hearing that too. But now it's get out your feelings. You all in your feeds. What's wrong with you? You acting all feminine and stuff. So now it's coming to the point to me, like, should I
Would
even
you like a pad?
should I even express myself? Should I even say something about this? Because I don't want to be looked at as being emotional
or sensitive.
Express yourself.
Or be looked at as he just
like he's
he
soft
just a
or
hoe.
sensitive.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So
why not attack it from that angle then? Just simply say, when she say get out your fifis, you know what? Matter of fact, I am. You got time to talk about it right now? This is what's bothering me.
That's still in your fifis to them.
No, it ain't. Because now you're explaining the problem. You're not in your feelings. You're trying, like you said, you're trying to give a solution. You don't want me to be like this right now. Hear me out.
Right. Okay.
When she don't want to hear you
sense.
out, well, baby, I'm back in my fifis then.
Then what you want me to do?
Until you take me up out this zone, this is what we're going to be on.
It's either you want me to react with aggression or you want me to play it subtle and be chill and tell you how I really feel. Because when you don't tell them how you really feel, then they want to know how you really feel. So, but then that's in your feelings. Like, which one do you want?
That's really the point. I'm trying to make.
You got to
like,
pick.
Today's society. I'm not gonna say all the women, but some women, at least from talking and having the conversations that I've had with, you know, we had our discussion yesterday as well when we was talking. But when you just listen to people talk and they get a personal experience and they feedback on something, it's kind of like, man, we all feel the same type of way, but why we never can come to a solution? You know what I mean? We already done had the black family be torn apart, and we know that. So it's like, you know, when I watch movies like 12 Years a Slave, or when they was being brought over here, they singing a song but actually communicating. It's like, man, how do we go from being like that to always argumentative, always head? But now it's so much like, you know what I mean? The roles have changed so much. It's we're not in that old past where we used to be, where the man was the head of the household and all these type of things. It's like, with the research that I've, you know, done and come to believe, I truly believe that, you know, God is of a woman. And a lot of people always be like, why you say that all the time? Why you say that? And I'll be like, why you got nipples as a man? Would the creator make a mistake?
Wow.
Why do you have nipples? Because you're a recessive from a woman.
I never thought about that. That's
Yeah.
deep. Wow.
That's serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got nipples, what they for?
Right.
You don't do nothing with them. You don't
Right.
feed no babies with them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You
No,
don't
that's
do
real.
nothing with them. You
That's
don't
real,
milk them. You
man.
don't do nothing with
I
them. Why
never
do you
thought about
have
that.
them? Because you come from a woman. You know what I'm saying? A woman can always reproduce where we can.
Right.
So we were made for them, not the other way around. And I just feel like somewhere along the line, the script was flipped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That make perfect sense.
Yeah, of course.
You
of
learn
course,
something new every
always.
day.
Hey, you supposed to.
Every day,
You supposed
man.
to. Never stop learning, man. Just because you out of school don't mean that you can't pick up a book
Well,
and read.
man, I'm gonna have to stay. I'm gonna have to listen. But I like it. I
Nah,
do.
that's-
I'm an overthinker.
That's
I'm
real, though.
definitely an overthinker, and I've never thought of that.
Yeah, that's
Me
real.
neither.
Hey.
You know what put me on that path? I read somewhere the black women have the Eve gene. And the Eve gene is where you guys can create any nationality on this planet.
That's true.
But no other nationality
No
can
other race
reproduce
can do-
that
can
like
do
that.
what
So
we
two
do.
white people can't make a Mexican or a black baby or no other
Right.
type, but a black woman can produce a Mexican, Chinese, every
Every race.
nationality we got, they can make them.
That's crazy. We black
Hold
women can do that, but
on,
they the
hold
most
on,
hated
hold on,
as
hold
a
on.
race.
But that's not true though.
What?
And I guess
To a
it do.
certain- to
I
a
guess
certain
it do
extent.
have
I don't know.
a.
I'm probably wording
Have you
it wrong.
seen that? No, it's actually a movie based on a true story I watched.
Mm-hmm.
I can't call the name off the top of my head, but it was two white people made a black baby. The husband
You
left.
said it was a movie though. I'm talking about real.
No, it was based on a true story. This is a real true story.
I gotta look this up.
Yeah,
man. I
two
ain't-
white people.
I've
Yes.
never
Made
seen
a
that.
black baby.
Yes, and they split because he wanted her to give up the baby. The baby wouldn't be accepted. He lost his job.
No,
he
you know
lost
what?
Everything.
I think I did see a movie like that, but the father ended up being black.
No.
She slept with the
No,
worker at the house.
I'm confused.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And he was the daddy.
No.
Look, make sure it's a Lifetime movie. I
It
knew
is.
it. I knew
No,
it.
and it's but
I knew it.
It
No.
come on True Movie Thursday.
No.
When you seen it, it came on True
No,
Movie Thursday,
I don't believe
baby.
it. I don't believe it.
I'm gonna Google it.
They gotta
Get
show
up
me
off
the.
of
They
here.
gotta show me the scientific
promise you,
proof.
because
I
it
wanna
messed
see
my
it.
head up.
I gotta see the scientific.
And
proof
like,
never heard of
behind
something
it.
like that.
The fact that the mother was willing, the mother went through so much shame. She couldn't get a job. She went through I can say hell. Oh,
Yeah.
I said it already.
Yeah, but yes,
But
you can.
she went through holy hell, trying because this is my baby. At the end of the day,
It is.
this is my
Yeah.
daughter. She had our skin. She was like a brown tone, but she had the blue eyes. But she had curly hair, and
But we see that
and
all
she
the time.
went through issues. No, but this,
Yeah, I was-
her husband, the woman was married. Her husband was a white man.
Mm-hmm.
She never cheated on her husband. It's like, it was based on a true story. We're gonna look into.
I was
it
just
so
finna
we
say,
get up off
listen,
of
man.
it.
1
But
plus
it can happen.
1 plus 1 is 2. Now, if you
It
know
can
how to make
happen.
1 plus 1 equal 3, let me know.
It can happen.
let us
I'm
know.
just- I'm just
That would be
saying,
breaking
brother.
news on every
Because
major.
until
league.
then,
We gotta take everything that we read with a grain of salt.
You do.
though,
You definitely
know,
do. You definitely
because
do.
it is biased.
It definitely is at some point, and there's always some salt thrown in the game with everything. So it's always
And it's a tactic to make you not as educated as them. Like
Indeed.
everybody don't want to give you what they got.
No,
That's true.
They don't want you to pass them.
I'll give you a
most
little
of it,
bit.
but I'm
I'll give you a
gonna-
little bit,
I'm
but I'm
gonna
gonna keep the
leave
most for
something for
myself.
myself.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But you know why you don't? They stop
not
doing
like
that
that though, Quan,
I'm gonna
right?
say I'm gonna say this. Why most people act like that? They never want anybody to be better than they
Outshine.
are.
It's
Yep.
all about
So that's what
outshining.
it usually boils down to. They like, if I teach him everything I know, then he gonna be able to beat me.
Yep.
Type of thing.
Be
But
more
for me,
successful, make more money.
That's
Yep.
what you're supposed to do. You feel me? I feel like that's the thing that we missing. We missing
Build.
our ancestors
Yeah.
teaching
Yes,
us,
you're
and
supposed to
the
build
older
your
people teaching us. But it's got to the point to where we so hard headed, or we don't want to listen to them, that they don't even want to guide us no more.
Right.
And so that's why a lot of the stuff that we go through because we unwilling to listen to them when they the experience.
Yeah,
You know what
everything.
I mean? Everything
we
is
got
based
that
off experience.
Self mentality.
That
like,
too.
That's our biggest issue.
That too.
Self.
That too.
We're not we no more, or how can I help?
Yep.
It's always about
Yourself.
me. You
Yep.
guys are great though. Like
It's
we
called
work together as a
Skin.
team. Yeah.
Sandra Lang's story. Okay, we ain't even want the name
Hey,
of it. But
that's what's up. Thank you.
On that note, we're going to take a
Thank
quick commercial
you.
break. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get into this Tony Warren and D The Truth lately after the commercial break. Y'all make sure y'all keep it locked right here on Talk of the Shy.
Hey, don't you go nowhere. Don't touch that dial. Keep it locked with us right here on Talk of the Shy. Here on Mama Red Broadcasting Network. Sponsored by Spreaker, iHeart, and Spotify.
Yo, DJ, are you done mixing yet?
Your DJ.
This is a LA production. Tune the fuck in, you hear me?
And they say money make you different. Ain't that the truth? As long as you don't treat me different. Hey, they say money make you different. I'm like, ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? But as long as you don't treat me different, I won't change up on you. Hey, they say money make you different. I'm like, ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Yeah. But as long as you don't treat me different, I won't change up on you. I won't change up on you. Yeah. Hey, lately I've been feeling different. I changed up the way I move. The way I move. Yeah. With all this stress that I've been feeling, I had to get in the pool. Get in the pool. Yeah. Hey, lately I've been feeling different. Hey, lately I've been feeling different. And lately I've been feeling lazy, so I valet parked the wheel. Gotta press the brakes before you start. You must not know what type of car you in. Told her if you love me, just stay by my side and see how far you get. Leave that turn up shit alone, girl. Give up the party. And I was in the club, I saw my ops. Good thing I brought my 40 in. Tryna turn that Jag into a coupe. Swear to God, I want that Rari, man. Put my vein into my music, now my diamonds sparkling. And that bitch left me, that shit funny, cause now she in the audience. Hey, they say money make it different. And I'm like, ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Yeah. But as long as you don't treat me different, I won't change up on you. I won't change up on you. Yeah. Hey, lately I've been feeling different. I changed up the way I move. The way I move. Yeah. With all this stress that I've been feeling, I had to get in the pool. Get in the pool. Yeah. Hey, lately I've been feeling different. Hey, lately I've been feeling different. Hey, they did not see me before till I rip bottom the toes. Now I got all of this dough. Now I fuck all of these hoes. I spend the back on these threads. I let it go to my head. Don't you ever get misled. No little Tony thoroughbred. I see some shots at your head if you fucking with the bread. Ooh. Now when I get pressed, I get so high I'm out of space. That mansion in the hidden hills, that be my hideaway. I remember them dark times where there wasn't no bride again. Hey, I'm married to the game, and yeah, that be my president. Niggas claim they got a trick, oh yeah, they ain't never shot a case. Niggas claim they got a body, yeah, they ain't never caught a case. Know that I'm gon' show my ass and I ain't never shot a game. Hey, they say money make a difference. I'm like, ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Yeah. But as long as you don't treat me different, I won't change up on you. I won't change up on you. Yeah. Hey, lately I've been feeling different. I changed up the way I move. The way I move. Yeah. With all this stress that I've been feeling, I had to get in the pool. Get in the pool. Yeah. Hey, lately I've been feeling different. Hey, lately I've been feeling different.
Hey, what you doing, man? Where you going? Make sure you keep it locked right here with us on Talk of the Shy here on WindyCityUnderground.com. Sponsored by iHeart, Spreaker, and Spotify. Keep it locked right here.
All right, and welcome back to Talk of the Shy here on WindyCityUnderground.com. Thank y'all for tuning in with us today, man. It's almost that time for us to get up out of here, man. But y'all know we always have a good time. It's always a party here. We always try to have the real topics and great discussions here. So we appreciate y'all tuning in with us today. Like I said, September 29th, Studio 25, L. Hiller will be in Danville, Illinois. Make sure y'all do not miss out, man. It's definitely going to be a great show. But before the show, he will be in Urbana, Illinois, listening to artists, trying to find people to open up for him when he goes on tour. So if you're in the area,
go get your 15 minutes of fame and try to get noticed out there, man. Definitely go out there and show them what you can do. That'll be a great opportunity for you, man. So don't be scared to, get out your comfort zone. Go on and do something different. You might get something different. But on that note, y'all already know if y'all got music that y'all want to submit to me, y'all can submit that to talkoftheshy18@gmail.com. Ooh, I almost died. You good? Jeez, I was trying to talk too fast. But y'all can submit that music to me at talkoftheshy18@gmail.com once again. And Monday, we're going to have Joel Q in the building and Moxie Ann. It's definitely going to be a great show. I put the promo out saying Joel was going to be here today, but he teaches at a school, so we got our hours and our dates mixed up. So he's going to be in on Monday because that's the 6 to 7 and he can make that. So for everybody that's waiting on him, Monday we definitely going to be in the building. It's definitely going to be an amazing show. So as y'all always know, man, don't meet me there, beat me there. And y'all know y'all can always follow me at Real Quan Da Don on Instagram. And Quan Da Don on Facebook. Y'all can let them know where they can check y'all out as well.
Yeah, my Facebook is just Donovan Forrest, and then my Instagram, I believe, is RackSquad_CEO.
That's what they do. You do social media?
Yeah.
I don't mean to throw you under the bus.
What's your social media? You see, she got quiet.
So my Instagram is Chiquita Banana.
Oh, she didn't want to say that. Okay. It's Chiquita Banana. Yes. I got to do the dance, but I'm going to have everything. No, go ahead.
My Facebook is under reconstruction. That will be coming soon.
All right, and that's what it is,
I
man.
don't get the Facebook yet.
Yeah.
Exclusive.
Yep. That's what it is, man. We updating right now. It's under construction.
Right.
But y'all know my motto, man. Don't meet me there, beat me there, man. I'm going to leave out on this flex, man. 9 Labs here on Talk of the Shot, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see y'all Monday. Peace.
Hey, man, 100 gang in this motherfucker, man. Fuck all these niggas, man. Hey, who let them honeys in here? If you love her and do not wanna lose it, then nigga, do not bring your woman in here. Hey, niggas ain't running in here. 200K for the diamonds, I'm a ball. Bitch, that's 100 in the air. Hey, who let them honeys in here? If you love her and do not wanna lose it, then nigga, do not bring your woman in here. Hey, niggas ain't running in here. 200K for the diamonds, look, I'm a ball. Bitch, that's 100 in the air. Bitch, that's 100 in the air. Put that little bitch on the pole. Bet that little bitch know the rules. Watch how I teach her roll. Make that little hoe feel important. Finesse her right at that top. Pull up and hop out the drop. Bro on the block with the Glock. Hollow to spit out the tool. Bounce on that dick, she a fool. Bitches was talking in school. Wait till I'm copping them jewels. Wait till I'm copping them whips. Wait till I'm copping them cars. Put your hoe right in her bag. Now she not yours, she ours. Right. Hop in the Benz, slide. Shawty got ass thighs. You niggas mad, why? Look at her swag, fly. Look at my eyes, high. Tell her be quiet, dry. Niggas pussy like 9 live. I ride. Hop in the Benz, slide. Shawty got ass thighs. You niggas mad, why? Look at her swag, fly. Look at my eyes, high. Tell her be quiet, dry. Niggas pussy like 9 lives. These niggas pussy and they know it. Some niggas talking, some short. Some niggas cheap and some throw it. Bring me that pussy, gon' throw it. Tell them like Rocco, you don't know it. You ain't gon' know it till I blow it. Hop in the whip and gon' floor it. You niggas know I'm known for it. Niggas don't kick it how I kick it. Point to the face if I don't fifth it. Hennessy straight to be specific. She on my dick cause it's terrific. I'm just a different type of nigga. I'm in a different state of mind. I stay about a nigga's business. Why the fuck niggas stay in mine? Ride, hop in the Benz, spend some money, fucking spend it again. Take a Washington and turn it to Ben. Take 1,000, nigga, turn it to M's. Slide, fuck up a nut. Burning rubber, I'ma fuck up a lot. Fuck another nigga, woman a lot. Fuck do you want, you gon' suck it or not? Ride, hop in the Benz, spend some money, fucking spend it again. Take a Washington and turn it to Ben. Take 1,000, nigga, turn it to M's. Slide, fuck up a nut. Burning rubber, I'ma fuck up a lot. Fuck another nigga, woman a lot. Fuck do you want, you gon' suck it or not? Ride, hop in the Benz, slide. Shawty got ass thighs. You niggas mad, why? Look at her swag, fly. Look at my eyes, high. Tell her be quiet, dry. Niggas pussy like 9 live. I ride, hop in the Benz, slide. Shawty got ass thighs.
get her swag fly. Look at my eyes, high. Tell her be quiet, dry. Niggas pussy like 9 lives.